I was raised with a black African grandfather. He was my dad's stepfather.
Trust me, hi, this is the third time I'm filming this video, and I hope that this one will make it out here. Thank you for clicking and welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. So I filmed this video before I took a break. When I resumed, I filmed it. I don't know what happened. Now I'm doing it for the third time. So there's this trending video of a guy who talked about his Ghanaian grandfather. I think the reason I'm doing it again this time is because there's a valid reason for this video. I recently posted a video of how a certain Nigerian guy sees all the women in Ghana as olosho, that is prostitutes, right? And I was doing live stream the other day when someone was like, oh, she was concerned that I'm sitting where I was sitting, and she was like, oh, Lily, that place is dark, please go inside. And I'm like, I'm okay, I'm safe. And the person said, hold on, if I can find that clip, so I'll play it. I'm sitting outside. It's how do I show you guys where I am? Okay, you don't have to worry. Okay, no, my light is on. I have prepaid today, like unlike the other day where there was no electricity. Today I do have electricity. Let me read that comment. You can't sit outside like this. God bless Ghana. Really? Wow. In Ghana you can sit outside. You can go outside. You can basically move everywhere. I know that it's God that protects people, right? But Ghana is safe to an extent, okay? Except someone is targeting you. If it is a target attack, I wouldn't know. But in terms of safety, general safety, we don't have issues. The guys are good. The men cannot even look at the women's faces. You can't just see a random Ghanaian man that you don't know, and you see him boldly walk up to you to say you want to know. They don't do that. The only thing in Ghana that you guys need to pray for me is the cost of living. As a foreigner living in Ghana, is expensive, all right? Otherwise, when it comes to peace, I'm not gonna lie, after Ghana, I don't know any other country in Africa that can offer that. And the person said, God bless Ghana. And I was like, oh, wow. And myself, as a fan of true crime stories, I have seen series of cases involving women where men just wake up on their own and just feel like doing a woman a certain way. But in Ghana, not like perfect, but we hardly hear of cases where women are being treated a certain way because they are women. And I strongly believe that it has everything to do with upbringing. So let's take a look at this trending video of a white guy talking about his Ghanaian grandfather and how he was raised growing up as a child, how that has made him who he is today.
I was raised with a black African grandfather. He was my dad's stepfather. Yet he was the only father in my dad's life. My dad is white. My mum is Asian.
How was it like as a kid growing up with a West African grandfather in such a mixed family?
I was heavily influenced by Ghanaian culture. I had a grandfather at home who I sometimes clashed with, and I would be firmly reminded that, Hakim, you are playing too much computer. You know, you need to study more. Why do you want to spend time outside? You're a child. You should not be walking around in the street. This is not good. For the first 10 years of my life, like that was the kind of cultural clash. However, at home, I was already used to eating curries and with the spicy Pakistani food. But I was also used to eating even spicier Ghanaian food, such as fufu, and we call it ground rice. So I know that in Togo and in French, they have other names for this. So we can show that up on the screen. But we were eating these very spicy chicken stew, beef stew, of course, jollof rice, which I don't want to start any wars here, but yeah, the Ghanaian jollof rice is what I grew up with, maybe better than the Nigerians. Gari peanut stew. That was one of my favorites. Spicy fish, and hearing the languages as well. Jack Etesang.
Yeah.
I heard all these different accents. He spoke a variety of different Ghanaian languages. My mum speaking Punjabi. And then my nan, you don't have to study. Let's just watch a film. And then my granddad saying, hey, don't let him watch all these films. You know, Hakim, go and pass me my shoe now. And I hadn't been used to being spoken in such a kind of direct, orderly way like that. So yeah, when I was very young, it was hard. and there was back and forth, and we would, I guess, argue. But then as I got into secondary school, our bond strengthened so much. I had problems with teachers. Most people now know me as, the guy, he just worked for the UN. He graduated from, he has 2 degrees, university. They assumed that I was this born academic. When in reality, I struggled a lot. And I would come home and vent. I don't need to study. The teachers are blah, blah, blah. And he would say, Hakim, you do not do this for the teachers. You need to study for yourself, for your future. It was such a pivotal moment in my life where if I hadn't listened to him there, I don't know where I would be now. Yeah, having these role models, positive black male role models in my life who were completely against what we were seeing on the media. Unfortunately, let's say the media narrative was portraying growing up that black equals hip hop, violence, all Hollywood movies were showing black people as, it was mainly African Americans, I guess we were seeing. But even on the TV in the UK, there was always kind of crime and negativity associated with blackness. But then at home, I had these educated, very positive, disciplined role models in my life who showed me that all of that stuff was rubbish. And there's a huge distinction that I think people need to make between black and African as well. Africa is a huge continent with a wide variety of cultures and linguistic diversity, appearance. There are a lot of people in Africa who look like me and people who look like you as well, Jack. So again, this whole kind of narrative that BAME, they call it in the UK, black, Asian, minority, ethnic, that we're all just clumped together. It just doesn't make sense. And a lot of the comments on our videos about Africa have been reminding us.
Okay, so with an upbringing like this, I don't know if I would say this is why Ghanaian men are respectful towards women, because see, I'm still trying to understand. But funny enough, a lot of the guys here were raised by their mom. But then I think their uncles being around, having to have a lot of family members, both the male and females in their lives, may have been the reason why they end up so well in terms of their relationship with women. Or could this be just from school? Because see, it's hard for you to see a Ghanaian man that do not know you, a young person, just walk up to you and boldly tell you something. Maybe it's very hard. It's rare for you. They can't even make eye contact with women. That is how much they respect women. So I don't know. I think it may have something to do with all of this, because I still don't get it. A lot of countries are struggling with these gender-based issues. And it's not just in Africa. I have seen series of true crime stories from around the world. Women are being respected because the men are forced to do it. Not like in Ghana where men just willingly, just on their own, respect the women. Yeah, at this point, I would say it's the upbringing. Yeah, it's the upbringing, like what you teach the kids about their environment, about the life, about everything. Because, see, if I talk, they will say I'm talking down on my country. But a lot of the serial killers from my country, known serial killers that have been arrested, paraded, and stories written about them, all the ones that we know, all grew up with their father's figure. They have father figures in their lives. None of them were raised by a single mother. So I start to wonder, what is the problem? What is the problem? I know so many of them that we have seen in the news. The recent one, the one they call Ayomide, his mother and father lives in the same house. And that is the same house he brings girls in to unalive them and bury them in that same compound. And mother and father lives there. His biological mother and father. And there's a case of one guy in Akwa Ibom State that unalived a girl that went for a job interview. A girl that was lured for a job interviewed. Oh, come, there's a job for you, only for her to get there. Got RAPE and then got unalived by the guy. This guy lives with his father. I mean, so many of them. Is it Gracious? Gracious lives with his mother and father. I'm wondering, what is the problem? Please, you guys, whatever you're doing in Ghana to help keep your environment safe, please, thank you. Continue to do it. Continue to do it. And the Lord God Almighty will bless you. Seriously, it's time See, online, a Ghanaian man can ask you out online or maybe at a place where he find it fits enough. But you can't just see yourself going out and then you see one young guy just boldly walk up to you and say, where are you going? Come with me. Like, originally, where you intend to go before he sees you does not matter because you are a woman. In Ghana, it's not like that. I can choose to wear anything I want to wear and just go out there. The only consequences that I will face out there is people looking at me. And they're just looking at me. Nobody will say a word. They'll just look at me. Both men and women, especially my fellow women, they will do like this. Yeah, that is all that will happen. Nobody is going to say, oh, because she dressed a certain way. Oh, may God bless this country, I beg. Even if I'm faking it, may God still bless you, okay? If my love for Ghana is fake, God, please, let my prayer not be fake. Bless Ghana. And thank you for raising your boys well. I have just a brother, you know, and me and my sisters, we are many. Like, in my family, we are many. But the way we were raised there is quite different. Though my brother did not grow up with my mom like that, okay? He got taken away to be elsewhere. So, but while he was with us, with my mom, he was treated the same. We'll go to the farm, we'll go to school, we'll go fetch firewood, we'll go fetch water. And my brother was all normal until he got taken away from my mom and was raised elsewhere by a father figure, and my brother now cannot even boil water to save his life. Cannot boil water. Thank you guys for raising your sons to love and appreciate women, to behave well. God will bless you. It might take a long time for you to see results, but definitely you see results. You know, rewards and karma, they are the same. People would think, oh, you do something, you've gotten away with it. Yeah, you can get away with it from the law, right? You can go scot-free, the law won't get you, but karma is real, and that is how reward too works. No matter how long it takes, surely you will get what you sow. You may not get it directly where you sow, but you will certainly get the exact thing, maybe elsewhere. That is, if you don't get it directly. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in my next one. Bye.